Man, live fit. Good for your cells. As long as your blunt is good for your cells. You know what I mean?
Man.
Man, the blunts, man, you were a nice one, nigga. I was like trying to wake up. You usually wake up at 6 and we do all the stretching and coffee and all that type of stuff, but you thought you were going to go to work today. And then the job got canceled.
Yeah,
you know what
I know.
So everything we do in the morning, the stress, I wake our brains up, getting coffee and blunt and start the morning. Well, Bible first, then blunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Bible first, then a blunt. You know, the blunt and the Bible is good medication. You know what I'm saying? Meditation, more meditation, less medication. You know,
Yeah.
The Bible and the blunt. You know?
Right.
Well, everything we do at 6 a.m., we're doing right now at 9:28, 26 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing everything we do at 6. We're doing it now, like stretching.
Just get a little bit later.
Yeah. And then we're going to the gym late. You know what I'm saying? We're going you know. Take the babies out for their morning walk. Can't believe I grew up at this park. You know what's crazy? I go to this park more now than I did when I was a kid. I only went to when I lived over here for 3 years in '89 all the way to '93.
Yeah.
93. I only went with this. Man, I wish I had the picture. Man, the only time I went here is with my dad. He had a red rag. You hear me?
Yeah.
And he was hella young, you know. And I was standing by my dad right over there. They didn't have that park the way it was now. Of course, they rebuilt it over the years, right? But I lived over here from 89 to 93. Then I moved, you know, somewhere else in California, where I took you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I only went over here. This is when we moved from. We had moved from Santa Rosa over here in '89. And we lived here until '93. But I only went to this park once, and we had an old picture. The one we take a picture, put in your photo album.
Yeah.
Take a picture. You know, so we had a picture, and I was standing next to my dad. We're right there. We were standing right there. Imagine how time flies by. We were standing right there, and he was holding his red rag.
What?
He was holding his red rag. Yeah, he just got out. He was holding his red rag, and he was right there with khakis on. And I was standing on the side of him, and I had a picture of Dina standing on the side of him. That was the only picture we have at this park with my dad at all at this park. We didn't go to we lived down the street where I showed you, right?
Yeah.
But we only went to this park maybe once or twice.
Wow.
I go to this park more now than I did then.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Wow, it's crazy. Ain't that crazy?
Right.
As far as I can remember anyway.
You know, it's crazy.
We never really went. I never went down this way. I only went across the street and played baseball in the court. You know, you're a kid. You only do certain things.
I was just gonna say that I had a park behind my house, but we ended up playing in our street, in our cold, you know, in the street.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
How kids think you kind of stay in your own realm.
Right.
Without even knowing it, or your parents got to lazy. Don't go down the street. Don't go over here.
True. Oh yeah, I gotta call these people. Set an alarm.
Okay.
They're cool. They should be off.
I got my full blood test appointment coming up on the 26th, right?
Yeah.
On the 26th, gotta be there 10 minutes before my full blood test. Then I also have that's for UC Davis. Then I got UCSF.
Hold on.
In Frisco.
Yeah.
I sent them a message to send the blood work from them to Quest.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, grown man. Look at him. Look, him and that blunty. You guys in that blunty. Look, he's ready. He's ready, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, come on. Always smoke weed until the day I die. My dad did. I will. My mom don't like weed, but she likes the smell of it. But she don't like to hit it. I will always smoke weed until I take my last breath. The blunt and the Bible next to me. When I go, I want a blunt. When it's my time to go, I'm telling everybody right now, when it's my time, just like with my dad, you better have a blunt, phone me. Don't be scared to light it up in the hospital. If you are, you're a sucker. And bring the Bible. First, think about bringing the Bible, then bring a blunt. Bring a blunt and the Bible at the same time. Put it that way. But it's ever my time to go, y'all, whoever it is, and I know my boy gonna be right here, my boy D. Make sure you have a blunt and a Bible. If it's my time to go first, bring a blunt. I want a blunt and a Bible in that hospital room. When it's my time, make sure I hit that motherfucker and bring a blunt. If I get that luxury, if I'm in the hospital. If not, then at home, and it's my last days, you better have a blunt and a Bible. Either way it goes, bring a blunt and a Bible.
Man.
And I don't want to be cremated. I want to lay to rest close as possible to my grandmother and my grandfather and my dad. I live in Big Bear, California, but if something ever happens to me in life, old age, whatever, 1,000 years from now, you take me back to Fairfield and you lay me to rest close as possible. I don't care if it's somewhere on the other side of the grass, but in the same vicinity as my grandmother and grandfather and my dad. You bury me. If it's one area is 450 feet from your grandma and grandpa and your dad, and the other side is 358 feet. 358 feet. Yeah, say it again. Speak. You didn't know that. Huh?
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was built just
what
for
time?
boxing.
10:05 a.m.
Yep.
You just now found that out.
Yeah. Right.
Damn. That sparked you up, huh?
Yeah.
You said no. I go, nah. I remember the build-up for Holyfield Lewis 1 in 1999. The guy was giving the history of Madison Square Garden. He goes, it doesn't matter what garden it is or what version of the garden it is. The garden is the garden is the garden. That's where I got that from.
Right.
That my boxing brain came to me. That's why they call it the Mecca of boxing. Because they're getting ready to fight Lewis. He go, it doesn't matter what version of the Madison Square Garden it is. Then you had Ali versus Frazier. You know what I'm saying? And really, the original garden was tore down, and then it was changed, and it made specifically for it was changed, and they did that. Well, you read that part, but the guy was saying it's the Mecca of boxing.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what I heard in the documentary. You didn't know that, did you?
Yeah.
You didn't know that, huh?
I did not know that, man.
Yeah, because he goes, get the Mecca of boxing. So the guy goes, well, it doesn't matter what version it is. The garden is the garden is the garden. Whether it's a garden then or a garden now, it's Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And it's the Mecca of boxing, the home of Ali Frazier 1, the home of Trinidad Hopkins. And then, well, that didn't happen yet. He goes, the home of Ali Frazier 1, the home of something else, I forgot what it was. But then, and then it was Trinidad, Bernard Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? There's been many fights throughout the years at Madison Square Garden. That's why I call it the Mecca of boxing. And then they were getting ready for the Holyfield Lewis 1 at Madison Square, which was a dead fight. You know, there was a robbery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember I showed you that fight? But
yeah.
that's where I'm getting that terminology from, because it was through that buildup. It was that documentary.
Oh, yeah,
And
right.
the guy was giving his presentation about the history. The history of Madison Square Garden has always been above all. You feel me? And it's known as the Mecca of boxing.
Wow.
The garden is the garden is the garden, right?
Right.
Yeah, so read what you found out.
Hold on. I don't think, yeah.
So read what you just found out. After I just told you that, 10:05.
It was Madison Square Garden. It was dedicated chiefly to boxing by Stanford White Indoor Sports Arena. The original Madison Square Garden, it was a railroad station at first. And in 1925, it was built on 8th Avenue and 50th Street with an arena suitable for basketball, hockey, and other sports.
Mm-hmm.
It was the site of several notable political gatherings, including the Democratic National Convention of 1924. The present arena opened in the current one opened in 1968 on the same site of the former Pennsylvania station, 8th Avenue and 33rd Street. It is a large complex containing 20,000 seats for circuses, ice shows, and conventions, as well as for sports. A 5,000-seat forum, an exposition rotunda, a bowling center, a sports hall of fame, a gallery, and sports art. Renovation was completed in 1991.
But they changed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is completely. That's what it is today. Mm.
Huh.
You never knew that, huh?
No.
Because Stephen A. Smith was telling you, he said what?
He was saying it's so old, right, on the inside. But it's known as the premier building. But it's so old, it's got all that history in it.
Yeah. Damn, yeah. I go, yeah, that's not the original garden. You're like, oh no? Huh?
Yeah.
You didn't know that, huh?
No,
That's
I
not
didn't
the
know
original
that.
garden. Yeah, but it's crazy how I said I wanted to watch the history of Ali. I wanted to watch the fight in front of Madison Square Garden in New York.
Yeah.
Of Ali Frazier 1. Remember I said that?
Yeah.
And we were doing the Rocky thing. We were talking about the Rocky Philadelphia. It's around that same time I said the garden is the garden is the garden.
Right.
But I wanted to watch Ali Frazier 1 in front of Madison Square Garden. Remember I said that?
Yeah.
Remember? And then now you just said, yeah, is it on the itinerary, the Philadelphia Eagle Stadium? He's like, yeah. And then coming back getting coffee, you just said, yeah, but I also want to watch the history of the Eagle Stadium. You remember?
Yeah.
You just said that, dude. That's crazy. You just said you just said that now,
Right.
before I turned my camera on.
Right.
And I said I wanted to watch the history of Madison Square Garden a month ago.
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope,
right,
dude.
Right.
We both have our mindset like that.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to watch the history out of nowhere. I wasn't even talking about Madison Square Garden then. You know what I'm saying? You just came out of nowhere and said that. You want to watch the history of Philadelphia Stadium.
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope, dude.
Yep.
See how our minds work together the same? We both think alike.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? We always think alike. I said I wanted to watch the history of Madison Square Garden while we stood in front. And you said you wanted to watch the video of the history of Eagle Stadium while we're in front.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's powerful, bro. That's God right there, bro. That's powerful. We gotta ask Pastor.
Yeah.
Ask Brother Bill.
It closed. What's it called?
Garage shut?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You won't believe this, dude.
Yeah.
Earlier.